All right, how many of you real estate agents have been running around, showing all these properties, 10, 15, 20 properties to your clients, to one client or a married couple? You're showing 10, 15, 20 properties, houses, apartments, condos. Your clients, they're not happy with any of them. They're it's all right, let's slow down. This is how you're gonna solve that problem. Hi, my name is Chris Chandler. I'm your local real estate agent here in Queens, New York and surrounding areas. Here to bring you all the latest on everything real estate and investing. Welcome to my channel. So the first thing is that you have to have a system to how you're going to show properties. You don't want to be working, you want to work hard, but you want your hard work to go towards things that are going to make a big difference for your clients. For example, you want to put your work into preliminary title search, into negotiating to get the best price possible for the house. Making sure that your clients aren't getting taken advantage of in any way. You want to save time for your clients, but most importantly, you can't spend your time doing those important things if you're wasting your time running around showing 15, 20 properties. On average, you want to show about 6 properties in total. And after that 6th property, your client should find their dream property that they're looking for, house, condo, or whatever. If you're showing more than 10 properties, let's rework this system that we've got going on. So the first thing you want to do is get a very detailed list. Step number 1, get that very detailed list of their likes and their dislikes, their requirements, like literally just spell it out for them, especially if they're first-time home buyers. You can't stress this enough. Say, if your house does not have this, for example, a 2-car driveway or a garage or a finished basement, if it doesn't have this quality here, I don't even want to see it. Next most important thing, and this is even tied with number 1, you need to make sure that their expectations are parallel with reality. But make sure that the amount of money that they have to spend matches the quality of houses that they're going to be looking at and the quality of houses that are within their reach. You don't want them looking at $850,000 houses. They can only afford $650,000, and then they're trying to get $700,000 houses, or going up to open houses by themselves without you, and looking at these crazy properties, and then you show them something that's in their range and they're like, yeah, but it's not as good as what I saw. It's not as good as what I can't afford. It's not as good as what's unattainable to me. So if anything, set their expectations a little bit lower. There's no harm in that. So that way, when they see a property that's actually within their range, that's going to be good for them, that's going to help them build equity and help them stop wasting money on renting something, it's going to not keep them house poor. When they find something that's actually within their range, they're going to be like, oh wow, this is amazing. What's wrong with getting your clients excited about getting a good deal that is financially responsible? So yeah, those 2 things alone, I think, will really help you. We're going to move on to a couple more things. So yeah, just to recap, get that list of every single little thing that they're looking for. Make sure their expectations are on par with what they can afford. Number 3, so the first time showing them properties, I like to call this like the note taking, the getting to know you phase. So I try to show 3 properties on the first time, and those 3 properties are supposedly going to have all of their criteria, but especially if they're first-time home buyers or they haven't bought a property in a long time, there's going to be things that they forgot to mention. The first one, you're going to have them write down everything that they liked and disliked about each property. You're going to take your own notes, but also take your notes about as many things as you can, especially if the property's been on the market for a while. You know it's going to be on the market for a little bit longer. Take as many notes as you can about the property, so that way when you have clients in the future looking for something, you can see, okay, this property, does it match what they're looking for? Because you've been there, you know. You don't just want to go somewhere and then have to go there 3 or 4 or 5 different times because you didn't take diligent notes. So yeah, the first time you bring them, it's going to be note-taking time. Figure out what they like, what they dislike, add a couple more things. Do that for each 3 of the houses, so that way the second time you take them out, you're going to show 2 or 3 more houses. This is 5 or 6 in total. Within these 3 houses, you're going to find their dream home, or their pre-dream home before they move into their dream home. So yeah, I think if you follow these 3 simple steps, it's going to really help you stop wasting your time and driving all over the place and putting effort into things where you're going to be sacrificing effort that can be put into other things that are going to be more productive, better for you, better for your clients, just overall better for the business. So one more recap, because I think this is super important, and it's important for me that all of you agents are not wasting your time and you're being as efficient as possible. I want everyone to, I think this is, being a real estate agent, it can be super rewarding. It's an amazing job to have if you want to call it a job. But I would hate to see people get discouraged just because they're not doing things as efficiently, and it seems like it's too much work and you're working harder than you need to. You're not getting compensated for the extra time that you're wasting. Anyways, so let's get to that recap that I was just saying we're gonna get to. So get that list of everything that their likes, their dislikes, their must-haves, this must not be in this property. You know, about the neighborhood, about just everything you can think of. Like, take time, say, this is what I want, and then be like, okay, 5 minutes later, let's go over that list again. Did you want to add anything, take anything away? So let's first thing, get that list. The second thing, expectations. Make sure their expectations are on par with what they can afford. It's really simple. It's either more money, more house, less money, less house. So, I mean, that's just the brutal truth. And that's, you don't have to feel bad about saying that. Everybody knows their situation. So you'll have to compensate how you can or how you need to. And thirdly, show those 3 houses, 2-3 houses, take your notes, and by the time you show your next pair of 3 houses, their house should be in there. And if it's not, really take those notes again, sit down, see if you need to go over step 1 again, or 2, see if you need to talk about, reevaluate their expectations, what is actually attainable. And yeah, with those 3 steps, I really believe you'll be able to find their dream home in no time. Everyone will be happy. So if you found this video helpful, it would help me so much if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, help push this content out to more people, to help them out. At the end of the day, we're just trying to make being a real estate agent a pleasant experience for the realtors and for the clients. And for people buying, selling their house, it does not have to be that complicated and that stressful. For some people, it can be fun, nerds like me. So anyways, have a great day, like and subscribe, and see you next time.